Good morning, everybody. I'd like to bring this meeting to order. It is November 5th, and I hear that we're going to have snow next week.
Stop it.
Video on the way here. It is 9:01 and it's the Kane County Executive Committee. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Allen, Bates, Gums, Juby,
Juby here.
Pius, Leonard,
Leonard here.
Lewis,
Who's here?
Linder,
And Linda here.
Molina,
Molina present.
Sanchez, Strathman,
Strathman here.
Surges, Tuppy,
Tuppy here.
Williams, Roth, Huron.
I'm here as well, and we do have a quorum, right? And Miss Molina, your reason is it work?
No, Madam Chair, I did email the staff this morning.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you very much. I just saw that. Do I have permission to allow Miss Molina to come in? Yes. Absolutely. Mr. Surges did call me. He's traveling. He's looking for a place to land. So, I mean, literally just stop so that he can participate in the meeting. So when he's able to do that, I hope we can bring him in. And there's
Madam
three.
Chairman, this is Alan, and I'm on my way. I'll see you
Okay.
shortly.
Okay, very good. See you in a few minutes. And Mr. Caius and Mr. Sanchez, they are not online. Okay. All right, who was the last one in today? I'll do it.
United States
Of America. And
to the republic
which
it
stands one nation under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
What is the biblical reference about going last but not first, or something like that? It's. There you go. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well done. Have several people who would like to speak today, so let's bring on our public comment. As a reminder, everybody has 3 minutes to speak. Please introduce yourself so that the clerk can have notification. And then we'll have approval of minutes before we give that warning.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Gums, I would like to make unanimous consent request to approve the minutes of October 8th, 2025 and October 22nd, 2025.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the reminder. Do we have unanimous consent from the executive committee?
Unanimous
Yes,
consent.
I see nobody saying no. All right, very good. No corrections. They are approved. All right, so back to public comment. 3 minutes, please introduce yourself and let's begin. Ms. Bell? Good morning.
Vicki Davidson Bell from Geneva. I've listened to this board and public comments for quite some time. I've heard about the need to balance the budget with no increases in revenue. It lacks common sense. My tax bill of 4% that goes to the county is about $400. That's only 4% of your property tax. When you look at your bill, you can see where the money goes. Perhaps it makes more sense to go to the city, townships, park districts, schools to see where they can cut the fat. You can't get blood out of a turnip, and King County's budget is definitely a turnip, so to speak. Under Mr. Lausen, as chairman of the board, he did not raise taxes, but he did allow our infrastructure to become outdated. We needed a new public health building because the one we had was obsolete and in poor condition. It was not maintained and had a mold issue. The chair, Lausen, decided not to keep up our facilities while patting himself on the back for not raising taxes. And it's not just the public health building. Other county facilities are reported to not meet current fire and life safety requirements, don't meet building codes. and accessibility challenges. This lack of stewardship by Mr. Lausen served to just delay what needs to be done, and now the county is in bad financial shape. Mr. Lausen was short-sighted and used poor judgment. Local businesses are having difficulty. People can't afford to go out to eat. The cost of food for businesses is rising, and either the restaurants raise their prices or cut their portions. Our current inflation rate is above 3%. Businesses can't stay afloat due to increased costs for supplies because of tariff taxes. Workers are being laid off. Tariffs and poor management of the needs of this American people results in food and other needs costing more. The average family is struggling while there's partying in Mar-a-Lago. Our economy is failing since January 2025. This is directly caused by the tariffs. The tariffs are taxes on the American people, and we pay for those tariffs. The average household will pay $2,400 a year for these tariff taxes. I don't hear anyone complaining about the tariff taxes forced on the American people by one man, not Congress, while taking away our benefits. The cost for healthcare insurance is significantly rising, so the billionaires can get reduced taxes. Fewer people will be insured, and yes, the people will have to pay for the uninsured healthcare. People here are complaining about county taxes. How about complaining about the tariff taxes that are increasing the cost of grocery shopping, clothing, and household shopping? People need to wake up. Thank you.
Ms. Romano? Good morning.
Good morning. Public safety, 61,000 net not budgeted. Also subtotal year one, 61,000, annual recurring subtotal, 60,500. Discounts, 11,500. Contract total, 61,000. Where did the discount go? These license plate readers, this is on the flock cameras. These license plate readers is an invasion of our and my privacy, and it's against our Fourth Amendment right. The data is accessible to anyone that subscribes, including for all you Democrats, ICE. So it seems your Illinois legislatures don't even care about their own party and bailed out Metra and are at our expense. Electric rates are going up, the toll costs going up, the state is taxing us out. Legislative A is a slap in the face to the legal tax-paying citizens. Transportation, 4 more tandem axle trucks. We just bought 6 or so not too long ago. Number F, going to cause more problems, creating another intersection at Route 72, and it's going to be a massive project, or it seems like it is. Page 5, number 13, A and B, I want to hear how they're going to spin that. Design, engineer, and consulting firm for 1.7 million. Item 4 of that agreement says the consultant can hire sub-consultants. Read page 1245, number 9. Traffic analysis ought to be interesting. There's 2 intersections that have daily crashes crossing Route 72 right now. Some of them are fatal, some not, and I have to say transportation has done everything they can, so you can't fix stupid. And they want a roundabout there. So page 1336, do we really need this? Interim Workforce Development Director, not budgeted. Thank you.
Kel Betteg? Is Ms. Betteg here? No, all righty. Our next speaker is Mr. Esposito.
Good morning, everyone. I'll try to speak quickly so that I don't get timed out as I have in the last couple of times I've been up. Today, I would like to speak about the resolution 25-1279, which is the resolution in support of Immigrant Rights, Human Dignity, and Fair Reform in Kane County. I would like to, on page 978, it's itemized, and there are a number of whereas, as there usually is. I wanted to address number 4, whereas reports and community accounts have documented aggressive immigration and custom enforcement ICE actions in Illinois communities. I wish that there were some documentation that the public could see that you're using to base that statement, okay? At the moment, I don't know that. Now, Chicago, that's a different story, but here in Illinois, in Kane County, I'm not sure that that's necessarily true. The 5th, whereas such actions erode public trust, discourage residents from reporting crimes and accessing services, and disproportionately target individuals based on race, identity, and perceived immigration status. I don't know that that is true either, okay? Someone may have documentation for that, but just to throw that out here, I don't know that that's right. So I'm not in agreement with this resolution. It's very quickly. The budget that appears on the board's website is very difficult to work with. I wanted to do some analysis work on it, but it's very difficult to read. And when you go down the page, then the headers disappear. I wish there was some way that that information was provided on, let's say, an Excel worksheet of something like that, where you could do some analysis of it. And then finally, if at all possible, when the agenda is put together, could you put the page number where you go find something? Okay. How you people handle 1,000 pages of the agenda is beyond me. It took me a while to find this resolution, but I did. But if the page number was right on the agenda, boom, you could go right to it. So that would really be helpful for everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. I see that Ms. Bettig has walked into the room. Ms. Bettig?
Hi, Michelle Betag. I'm just following up on the resolution to support immigrant rights, human dignity, and fair reform in Kane County. I think the founding fathers of the Kane County Board would be quite upset to see every month how many social and political agenda items are on this agenda. You're having massive, massive budget crisis here. And the only resolution has been to increase the taxpayers' burden on their backs. So I don't appreciate the political and the social issues month after month. You have one duty, Madam Chair, you have a duty to balance the budget. And you have such other high priorities coming from Springfield, marching orders. Aurora did the right thing last night and they voted down illegals over citizens. It's not fair. Sit here and do the math. The people that you care about the most that you're trying to protect, you're harming. Springfield's just passed more and more burden on everyone's backs. Sit here and figure out the real problems and stop making this political. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Jeannie Marr. Good morning.
Morning. Beautiful morning it is. I want to address the proposed resolution under the legislative action in support of immigrant rights, human dignity, and fair reform in Kane County. While the wording sounds compassionate, it's important that we recognize the limits of what this resolution can actually do. County government does not have the authority to override or reinterpret federal immigration law. The U.S. Constitution clearly establishes immigration policy as a federal jurisdiction under Article 1, Section 8, not a county or a municipality. Any resolution we pass or you pass is purely symbolic. It doesn't change enforcement priorities. It doesn't alter ICE authority. It doesn't modify the legal obligations of local law enforcement under federal statute. What it does send, however, is a political signal, one that can easily be misunderstood by residents as an operational policy shift when legally it isn't one. We've seen this before in other Illinois municipalities. Despite good intentions, these gestures have no legal weight and often create confusion among residents and law enforcement about what local government could or could not enforce. Kane County should avoid this trap. If this body truly wishes to advocate for immigration reform, that discussion properly belongs in Congress, not in this chamber. Our job here is to manage county finance, infrastructure, public safety, areas where our votes actually have authority and consequence. Spending time and energy on the facade of authority, on this authority of immigration, is a childish exercise when our county faces serious budget deficit and growing fiscal pressures. Every minute that's debated on something that has no teeth is a minute that could be used to address the very real financial challenges that are facing the Kane County taxpayers. Let's be clear, symbolic government is not responsible government. Passing resolutions that sound good but do nothing erodes public trust. People expect action that matters, not statements that pretend to. If you want to show real leadership, focus on the duties that fall within your power, balancing the budget, protecting taxpayers, and ensuring that Kane County runs efficiently and lawfully. So yes, you can make a statement tonight, but let's make the right one, or today, the right one, that this board stands for the rule of law, for honest government, and for using authority where it truly exists. Anything less is political theater, and Kane County deserves better than that. Thank you.
Thank you. Speakers, Mr. Anderson.
Good morning, Brian Anderson, Sugar Grove. I'm here today to speak, I guess, topically on the budget as it's been discussed already. It is the job of the chair to keep the main thing the main thing. We just had finance meeting last week. We've got executive. There's a lot of resolutions for levies today. There'll be, I believe, and hopefully one of you will bring it up in discussion when you can. But I think the full county board meeting is November 10th. I think you need to present a budget. And that budget needs to be balanced. But let's be very clear. Once we get past this, the real hurdle starts in the new budget cycle. Everybody in this body understands that. But here's what I'm going to use the rest of my time, which is legislation A. And I want to share this with everybody in this room. Kane County should respect all law-abiding residents, but it must also uphold the rule of law, prioritize local issues, and avoid symbolic political statements that overstep the county authority. And that line between legal and illegal immigration, that's what we're talking about. Symbolic language without local authority. That's been discussed. Kane County officials have no authority to enforce immigration reform. So the resolution amounts to political messaging rather than practical policy. Let's not forget why you're here. Let's not forget why you decided to be a board member. This is about local Kane County. Stay out of what's going on in Washington, D.C., because quite frankly, other than bloviating about it, there's nothing you can do here in Kane County. Unclear definition of immigration rights. but it does not define whether it refers to legal immigrants, refugees, to those in the county unlawfully. And really, from my perspective, distraction from the priorities. The Kane County leaders should focus on fiscal responsibility, administrative accountability, not symbolic national debates. And as it's been stated, for those of you that do study the Constitution, it's pretty clear in Article 6, Clause 2. What I'm basically saying is federal law supersedes state and county. Focus on what you were elected to do. Let's start making the cuts that need to be made. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, that does conclude our public comment. And again, thank you to our speakers. Always interesting.
Madam Chair, is your microphone on? We can't hear you.
I'm so sorry. I said thank you to our speakers, and that does conclude the public comment. I'll bring that closer. You put the microphone just a little bit away and it doesn't catch up with you. You need these two. All right, well, since the general public often spoke about our finances, it's a nice transition to get the monthly financial update from Kathleen Hopkinson.
I'll give the same update that I gave at Finance Committee. Just the status of the general fund, which is our key performance indicators. To date, the general fund, which has a budget of $144 million in expenses. And at this point in the year, you would expect that we would have $120 million in expenses. We have $115 million in expenses, which is running about 5% below where it should be, primarily through a couple of areas. One, sheriff court services, county clerk, circuit clerk are running slightly below their personnel services budgets. And in the contractual services area, IT department and countywide IT contractual expenses are running slightly below budget. I will caution though, a lot of vendor payments come in right at the end of the year. So we won't have final numbers really until probably end of January. As invoices come in and we have to post them back to the end of the year. Revenue is running a little ahead of expectations. The budget for revenue in the general fund is $116.4 million. At this point in the year, we would expect to have 99 million. We have 101 million. So it's 2% above expectations. Expenses are running 5% below expectations. We budgeted to use $27 million in reserves in the general fund. At this point in the year, you would expect that we would be using 20.9 because of those fluctuations that I talked about. We are currently using $13.7 million in reserves. Just a few key highlights on just tax revenue in general. Sales tax revenue overall is running both above expected revenue at this point in the year and above last year. So last year, overall sales tax and all sales tax revenue goes into our general fund. Last year at this time, we had 19 million. We have 21.2 million in sales tax revenue. However, our local use tax revenue is almost $1 million less because of the change in the state law. Last year at this time, we had $1.7 million in local use tax revenue. This year we have 750,000. So it's
Can you
lower.
excuse me, Can we bring up the pages that you're talking about? on
Um,
Zoom?
Financial statement.
I mean, it's in the packet.
I think
but
it's,
I'm
yeah,
having trouble figuring out what page. Don't help.
should be in the finance packet. Next page. Next. Next. One more. Keep going. That page.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm referring to the bottom half, which is the 2025. The RTA sales tax revenue, which is allocated across 4 different funds in the county, that is also up compared to last year and compared to expectations. Our state income tax revenue is slightly down. However, the income tax revenue does not come in uniformly every month, and it doesn't even come in every month. So it's hard to forecast, but right now we're running below. Personal property replacement tax revenue, we're running below both last year, but we're slightly above expectations. We're down about 750,000. State motor fuel tax and county motor fuel tax revenues are running slightly higher than last year and expected revenue at this time. And those are the highlights, the performance indicator highlights.
Thank you, Kathleen. Are there any questions? I do have one question because of my applause. Tell me about the reserve fund. Do you forecast that we're going to be, you said $13 million, our budget was much higher. Is it forecasted that we're going to be pulling more money out of there?
I believe so. Property tax revenue, the main driver of fluctuations is property tax revenue because it comes in basically 2 big chunks, one in June and one in September. So the county received that second piece of the property tax revenue in September, and then we're not going to receive any more property tax revenue for the months of October and November. So expenses will be using that money that came in September. We still have sales tax revenue coming in. As I said, there are typically contractual services bills tend to lag. Vendors will send out their November invoices in December, and by the time they're booked, it's January. So I still forecast that we're probably going to come close to using about 20 million in reserves.
Okay, so, but that is less than what.
That's
was
less than what we
anticipated.
budgeted.
All right.
But yeah, the significant significant items that are under budget are in the personnel services
Okay.
area.
Very good. Thank you. Any other questions? None? Okay, very good. Public Information Officer Julie Mann.
Good morning. Starting off with a roundtable, I emailed everybody about that this Friday at the food bank, the Northern Illinois Food Bank offices at 11 o'clock. We're going to be discussing year-round issues of hunger in our community and the recent loss reduction, delay, and SNAP benefits too. County blood drive. I mean, it's a big deal to me because I think the American Red Cross and donating blood is really important. And we had a goal of 25 units. We got 36 and they were very thrilled by that. So that's saving, according to the American Red Cross, about 105 lives. So just something that the county is doing for the American Red Cross. The Illinois Tollway reached out. They want to do a community outreach event here. They will be doing that on December 10th. We'll be promoting that for people to come. We got a lot of good feedback the last time we did that. We have a cold weather clothing drive with Maddie's Mitten March. Maddie was here last year, if you recall. There will be a box here in Building A. There will be one at the county clerk's office, one at the Regional Office of Education, the Health Department, and the Elgin Township offices. So thanks to Mr. Tepe for getting us something north. That runs November 10th through December 5th. So I'll be putting out stuff on that too. We continue to work on a Kane County government brochure that we're all going to be able to hand out. Want to appreciate Mr. Gripe for his input and help on that too. Looking at it just to see, but I hope to have it for review at the next meeting. We're going to dive into the Kane County snowplow naming contest. I know it's a good way to promote KDOT. And so we're going to have people submit their creative names, and the winners will pick three. So there's a plow that will be north, in the middle of the county, and then south. They'll put a little sticker on with the name, and the people will get a tour of KDOT and get a picture taken with their plow and their plow name.
Who's eligible for that?
Anybody,
Anybody, children, adults?
everybody. Yep. And that's going to start in December. So just a little fun outreach there. Kane County Connects update. We continue to produce 2 very informational packed newsletters each week that include a lot of what the county is doing, their initiatives, your discussions, your decisions. So get a lot of good feedback on that. I'll take any questions if anybody has.
Does anybody have any questions? Span? No? I do hope to see some of you if you're available on Friday. It should be a very interesting conversation that's going to be happening. There'll be food pantries represented, families represented, as well as some of our elected officials, including congressional, to talk about what is happening with our SNAP benefits, no matter what aisle you may be standing on or political affiliation. Food is very important for people to have, and the impact upon hunger on our children is detrimental to their learning and to their well-being. So the conversation should be quite interesting. So thank you. Thank you for that. And good job putting that all together for us. I appreciate that. That takes quite a bit of hard work to be able to pull all the pieces together and organize this. So once again, public is welcome. It'll be at 11 a.m. at the Northern Illinois Food Bank. Space will be limited, but please, if you're able to attend, we'd appreciate it. Is there any old business? I believe that we do have some old business. Ms. Labrillo, do you want to speak?
Madam Chair,
to that?
Surgis is online.
Oh, good. Welcome. Mr. Surgis, do you want to introduce what the topic is? Because you requested to cover this in old business.
Yes, just very briefly.
Can you
Ms.
speak a
Labrillo-
little bit louder if
Can
all
you hear me?
possible?
Can you hear me okay now?
Barely,
Can you hear me?
barely. I'm going
Let
to
me
try to
see.
turn the volume on louder.
Is this any better? Hello, hello?
It's a little better.
Okay, let me see if I can, I don't, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and let Ms. Labrillo speak then. Thank you.
That was good. What you ever
Okay.
just did was fine.
Hi, we just wanted to give you an update in terms of the county's liability insurance. We do have to pass that by the board prior to December 1st to bind that insurance. Our insurance agent is still working on getting final quotes. Insurance rates are just norm in the insurance industry. Liability insurance rates are going up, so our renewal is looking about a 7% increase. But our broker is looking at other options to try to bring that down. We've used Safety National as our primary liability carrier for many years, as they have been the low bidder. So there's a new company that's just branching into Illinois. It is an A-rated company that the broker is looking at, where we might be able to save up to $150,000 on that premium to try to affect that. So that is why we're still working on it. We are working to try to bring that down because our initial quotes were so high. So that is why we're still working on it. So we don't have numbers for you today or a resolution to pass. I just wanted to give everyone that update. We hope to have numbers for the board meeting. If we don't, then we will have to potentially look at a special board meeting to pass it. But we are working on that in an effort to keep those prices down, but still stay with high rated companies.
Okay, thank you. Yes, yes.
Jamie, if I can you hear me?
Oh, Mr. Surgis.
Yeah,
please speak.
Jamie, part of the discussion was that the new carrier that's coming is an A- rated carrier, which still hits our thresholds. It's not somebody we've used in the past. I think for the $180,000 of savings, approximately, I think we should at least look at them and give them strong consideration moving forward. And I will continue to work with Jamie and our committee, leaning on Mr. Leonard, Mr. Gripe, Ms. Garcia, myself, to try and pull that information together. But sometimes this just happens faster than we can react. And I just wanted to put it out there for conversation if anybody had any concerns. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Are there any questions? Yes, you had one.
So if it was up 7%, geez, if it was up 7%, do you know how much that amount is?
I don't have that
Okay.
I don't have that figure in front of me.
Okay, thank you.
And,
That's okay.
and Mavis, this savings will not cover that 7% spread, but it will help.
It'll
Okay.
still be an overall increase, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Yes, Ms.
Thank you,
Gums.
Madam Chair. Gums here. I just, can you speak to the, like, we always predict what's happening, but as we all know, there's this big conversation about medical insurance. I just want to be very clear that our costs are going up as well. And what I last read was, for the next cycle, it'll go up like 9%.
So I'm talking about liability insurance right
Sure.
now, not medical. So.
But overall insurance industry is,
Yes, not just inflation, but claims costs, prescription drug costs. So many things are pushing all forms of insurance up at a pretty high rate. So we will always experience increases according to inflation and insurance trends. I believe we budgeted for a 5% increase in liability insurance. So the 7% is a little higher than what we budgeted. So that being why we're working so hard to get it down to what our estimate was, which was 5%.
thank you. That's less than my 27% on my house, but.
I think we've all been impacted by the increase of insurance. It's outstanding. I mean, it takes your breath away. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Jamie, thanks again for doing this. Having spent part of my career doing this, I'm glad it's you. The liability insurance increase, the 7%, without looking at numbers, or how much of that would you say is county driven from claims experience, and how much of it is just industry?
It's just industry. We don't have any claims that are particularly driving up our rates right now. So it really is just the industry.
Okay. And
John,
I
we're
do
really doing a
appreciate-
good job managing things and bringing on the additional staff to keep those, keep those incidents, out of the equation.
Yes, and I appreciate all you're doing to keep the medical costs down too. I remember days in the 80s when it was a routine 21% inflationary increase. So year after year after year. So this is a blessing.
And to Ms. Gum's
Mr.
point,
Greip.
if we're gonna, just in terms of health insurance, we did keep rates flat this year. That is not because rates did not go up. They did. And our keeping it flat was because of the county's budget issues and the fact that we had a very healthy reserve fund in the health insurance reserve fund that we wanted to intentionally bring down a little bit to keep it in the middle of our target zone for a balance on that health insurance fund. But you do need to be aware that costs did go up, and that as we look into what's going to be for the following year for 2027 rates, that's going to need to absorb both the 2026 increase and the 27 increase. So it's potentially steep if we don't make changes to the health insurance program in the next year.
Yes, I agree. I agree. All right. Any other questions for Ms. Labrella?
Final statement, if I can.
Yes, sir.
And we did with the new insurance broker
A little bit,
when he,
Mr. Sturgis, a little
Yes.
bit closer to your microphone.
when the new insurance broker came in last week to introduce himself, we did take time to ask for his guidance in trying to establish a model that might help us better set limits for an umbrella excess liability package that we've vacillated on over the past 5-10 years. And maybe, if there's some new technology or new modeling, maybe they could help us with that. And we don't have any answers or anything, but I just wanted to throw it out there that we are researching it one more time. So
Okay, very good. All right. Thank you for.
thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
Thank you for being instrumental looking at our costs. Much appreciated. All righty. Is there any other old business? I see none. All right. Any new business? Seeing none. Let's go on to our preliminary board agenda. Mr. Caius.
Okay, thank you, Madam Chair. This is Caius, Chairman of the Administration Committee. We have a number, I think 8 resolutions to deal with. I think I'd like to split it up into about 6 groups because some of them are a little more important than others. I would move and ask for a second for a resolution authorizing updated capital projects from the capital fund. That's TMP 251253 on page 38. And you can see the full list on page 39. Then I move, is there a second?
8 seconds.
8 second. Any discussion?
Is there any discussion on any of this? Any questions on these costs or these improvements
Okay,
or acquisitions? Seeing none, call the roll, please.
Allen. Bates,
Bates, yes.
Gums,
Comes, yes.
Juby,
Juby, I.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Yes.
Linder,
Linder, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Strathman,
Yes.
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Tepe,
Yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Thank you. And before you go on, I am very pleased that we're closing out the chillers for the judicial complex. It's been a long time.
Number of them have been a long time, yes. Absolutely. There's some exciting news from admin at the report on the committee. And then I would like to deal with item B and C together. They're both extensions of contracts. Item B, I'd move resolution authorizing contract extension with F.E. Moran Incorporated for Kane County Building Automation System, BAS, and repair services, bid number 52-021. That's a TMP 251223. And I believe I was just told that it's now on page 43. It was on page 41. Up to $200,000 per year. And this is the third and final year of, and this is a 1-year extension. And along with a resolution authorizing a contract extension for water testing firm for the Judicial Center campus with Phygenics Independent Water Management of Warrenville, Illinois. That's RFQ number 22-009, and that would be TMP 251225 on page 44. And that one is up to $60,000 per year, and that is the third and final 1-year extension of that. So I would move those two resolutions and ask for a second.
Strathman will second.
Strathman?
Do we, Mr. Frank, do we have to vote on these independently, correct?
No.
No, we can group them?
So
This is going to
the
the
fastest and easiest way is to do all of them at once, but my understanding is he wants to do them in different groups. So this is perfectly fine.
Very good. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Clerk, call the roll. I believe there's no questions. Okay, call the roll.
Allen, Bates,
Bates, yes.
Comes, yes.
Juby,
Juby, I.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Linder, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Pepe,
Tepe, yes.
Roth.
Roth, yes.
Motion passes. Then I'd like to handle item D, which is a resolution authorizing additional funds for lawn and maintenance service for Kane County facilities with Ratcliffe Landscaping Incorporated. Excuse me, that's bid number 40-020. That's TMP 1252 on page 50. And that one is up to $200,000 up to $200,000. And I want to cover them separately because this is to cover more work just up until the new bid is prepared. So it's not an extension, it's an additional expenditure this year. And I would move that and ask for a second.
Is there a second?
Juby, seconds.
Juby?
Juby.
Thank you. Any questions?
A comment?
Yes, sir. Or ma'am, I'm sorry.
All right. Just want to make sure weeding is in the language when we send out the bid packet for our next landscape crew. Thank you.
Here, here. I totally
Okay,
agree.
well, I'll leave that for Mr. Fonstock to make sure that that's cared for.
And his head nodded yes.
I misunderstood the concept of weeding there, but that's okay.
So did the landscape company.
All right. Oh, with
And then
with that bit of humor,
Yeah,
here we go.
Should handle them all
Call
together
roll,
one
please.
thing, right? That's where we go. Thank you.
To take a vote
Ms. Juby.
or you
Oh,
pass?
Allen, Bates,
Bates, yes.
Gums,
Comes, yes.
Juby,
Juby, I.
Caius,
Yes, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Yes.
Linder,
Yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Tepe,
Tepe, yes.
Roth.
Roth, yes.
All right, motion passes. Then item E, I'd like to handle this one separately just because of the the value of it. This is a resolution authorizing a contract for the Building Management Department with Light Construction Incorporated for the Kane County Adult Justice Center Kitchen and Laundry Improvements, bid number 25-009-TL. That's TMP 25-1263 on page 52 for $2,164,200. So I move. Is there a second?
Second, please. Thank you, Ms.
Second.
Bates. Thank you. Any comments on this? I will do one. Well done, badly needed. Good job.
If you've seen the pictures in the administration agenda, you'll understand what the necessity of that is. Then I would like to handle F and G together because they are software. Item F.
Wait.
We have
hold
to vote
Mr.
on each.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We have to take the vote. Roll call, please.
Allen,
Bates, yes.
Thumbs,
Comes yes.
Juby,
Should aye.
Caius,
Yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Yes.
Linder,
Yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Pepe,
Deppie, yes.
Roth.
Roth, yes.
Before we begin, when is that we're going to start? After the board meeting and it gets signed off, it'll start this year, or is it going to start 25 or 26
I'll refer to
for the kitchen?
Mr. Fonstock for that.
It's in such poor state.
Good morning, Roger Fonstock with IT and Building Management. The work in the Adult Justice Center, which is the jail, the work's already begun. This started with heating and air conditioning, ventilation, the hood vents, and as we dug into it, most of the appliances are original to the 2007, 2008 period. They've been used consistently to prepare food for the up to 640 beds that we have at the jail for the past 16, 17 years. So they are in a condition beyond repair. So while we were investigating all of the heating, air conditioning, and the drainage and plumbing issues, we decided to put forward a proposal to capital invest in the kitchen and laundry, which desperately needs it. So there were some pictures at admin that you would have seen on that agenda if you want to go look at them. But we're going to begin with the actual kitchen and laundry probably in December. So that project will be starting up really quickly. The heating and air conditioning has already begun, which that work is being done by an HVAC contractor, but this would be construction and replacement of the kitchen and laundry, including appliances. And it fixes a lot of the drains and water issues in the kitchen too.
Okay, very good. Yes, Mr. Roth?
Roth here. Roger, on the new equipment, what's that life expectation?
Boy,
For that you're replacing?
I would say
I mean,
10
we went 17 years and that's way too
Yeah, I
long.
would say at 10 years, you start having
So we need to be aware of that. so-
considerable depreciation and repairs.
Okay.
Our team has been working on preventative maintenance and care of them and better handling of certain like drains and water systems. I think all of our team would say that as we get better water treatment and better water in the facility, it will improve the life of boilers, water systems, faucets, anything that has water in it. We do have some challenges with hard water and minerals and things like that in the building. So we're working on that as well. That's part of the water treatment, domestic hot water systems. Those are all underway too. We're doing a lot of work at the Adult Justice Center.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I don't want, we've got a very robust agenda, so I want to keep this short. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
I just wanted to say that we are so used to things being professionally run around here. But it has been my whole career to get building and maintenance to a situation now where we are truly looking at preventative maintenance. I can remember asking our directors several episodes ago, is there a way to computerize this stuff so that we know every month what we should be looking at so we can change filters, add softening agents and so on. And of course, it was always true. But the fact is it's Roger who has made it a professional situation now. And I just want to say how grateful I am that finally we have this.
Very nice comments. So, all right, let's go on to the next point. Could we, let's go, please. Yes, sir. Next point, please. Thank you, Roger. You ready for the next agenda?
Well, okay. This is where we should be, the point of order, this is where we should be discussing this as opposed to the main. I understand there's a lot of things that we have to handle today.
Well, if you'd like to continue discussing, is there
would-
anybody else on the committee who has a comment, executive committee?
I don't.
All right, Mr. Gripe?
I was just going to ask Roger what they're doing for meal prep when the kitchen's in pieces.
We can
Don't you
take
know
that
you put-
offline, never mind.
That's a great question.
Moving along.
You put the burner
a
in the
Coleman
basement and you
stove.
use the basement sink. I mean,
We are working with the food service provider to consistently keep up with the food schedule. Certain portions of the kitchen will remain active while other portions are shut down. There's a lot of work to contain and separate areas of it. We also have the ability to bring in food from the neighboring juvenile center, and we also have some other kitchen facilities that we might be using. Last piece would be to have them actually bring it in from offsite.
Thank you.
So, thank you.
you order a lot of pizza during that period of time and open up your grill.
You know, when we're going to war. Okay, that passed, that's number E, and then we'll cover
Let's do F.
F and G together because they're software. Item F is a resolution authorizing the purchase of a justice case access portal software for the Kane County Circuit Court from Tyler Technologies. That's TMP 25-1255 on page 128 for $40,000 per year. And item G is a resolution authorizing an amendment to current software Alto Vista ARX Alert Enterprise to Tyler Public Safety System for the Kane County Sheriff's Office, TMP 25-1257, page 134 for $20,424 per year. I would move both of those and ask for a second.
Roth will second.
You can give it to Mr. Roth.
All right, Mr. Roth, very good. Any questions or comments on the software updates?
No.
Seeing none, clerk call the roll.
Allen,
Aye.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Juby,
Juby, aye.
Caius,
Guys, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Bush, yes.
Linder,
Yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez, Strathman, Surges,
Surges, yes.
Pepe,
Happy, yes.
Roth.
Roth, yes.
Motion passes. And then item H, very last. Resolution, this is a resolution approving professional services with NV5 for GIS professional services. That's $270,000 over 3 years. That's TMP 25-944 on page 160. And that is for up to $250,000 for over 3 years. Got
Bates
two different
moves.
numbers. Caius moves, Bates seconds. Any comments?
Comments? None. Clerk call the roll.
Allen,
Allen, aye.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Juby,
Juby, aye.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Bush, yes.
Linder,
Yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Pepe,
Happy, yes.
Roth.
Roth, yes.
For your
Very-
patience.
Thank you, thank you. I do have one question for Kathleen. These items that were just passed, this is November, we'll be passing them on the full board November 10th. Are they in what budget year? Are they in next year's budget year or this year's budget year?
Roger can answer that.
All of the items are budgeted in next fiscal year. If they were budgeted in 2025, there is a projection for end of year balance, and then we carry that over and budget it into 2026. That's already been done, and that's already in the budget that the county board has before it.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just want that clarification. Thank you so
Right there.
much. Nance.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have 28 resolutions to go through and pass. So what I will do is I will give you the resolution number, the dollar amount for that resolution, a brief explanation, then I'd like a motion and a second to discuss and approve. Our first resolution is approving the Kane County per diem meal rates for calendar year 2026. This resolution is adjusting the first day and last day of travel meal allowance to 75% of the normal total day allowance. I need a motion and a second.
Can we put these all together? I'm sorry, point of
No,
information.
Not, can we?
Yeah,
Oh, we
used
can?
to always-
All 28?
Yeah.
The only thing that's required is for you to basically say the amount of money is being spent and the title. It can always be grouped together.
Wonderful. That's what we're gonna do. We have 26 we're going to do that way approximately, and then we may have one or two we cannot. Okay, the first resolution is, as I mentioned, for the per diem meal rate for calendar year 2026. First and last day travel at 75% of the total normal daily allowance. Our next resolution is approving the September 2025 claims paid in the amount of $18,911,786.62. Our next resolution is adopting a tax levy for the general fund in the amount of $37,623,175. Our next resolution is a tax levy for the insurance liability fund in the amount of $6,411,918. Our next resolution is a tax levy for the Illinois Municipal Retirement Fund in the amount of $5,917,586. Our next resolution is a tax levy for the Social Security Fund in the amount of $4,694,843. Our next resolution is adopting a tax levy for the County Highway Fund in the amount of $5,010,909. The next resolution is adopting a tax levy for the County Bridge Fund in the amount of $312,695. The next resolution is adopting a tax levy for the County Highway Matching Fund of $65,125. Our next resolution is adopting a tax levy for the Kane County Health Fund in the amount of $1,972,455. The next resolution is adopting a tax levy for the Veterans Commission Fund in the amount of $568,728. Our next resolution is adopting a tax levy for the Shirewood Farm Special Services Area in the staggering amount of $110. The next resolution is adopting a tax levy for the Mill Creek Special Service Area in the amount of $1,039,034. Our next resolution is adopting a tax levy for the Wildwood West Special Billing Area in the amount of $3,000. Our next resolution is adopting a tax levy for the Plank Road Estates Special Billing Area in the amount of $1,575. Our next resolution is adopting a tax levy for the Exposition View Special Billing Area in the amount of $500. Our next resolution is adopting a tax levy for the Tamara Dittman Special Billing Area in the amount of $550. Our next resolution is adopting a tax levy for the Church Molitor Special Services Area in the amount of $500. Our next resolution is adopting a tax levy for 45 West 185 Plank Road Special Service Area in the amount of $4,000. Our next resolution is adopting a tax levy for the Boyer Road Special Service Area in the amount of $61,522. The next resolution is adopting a tax levy for the Crane Road Estates Special Billing Area in the amount of $131,582. Our next resolution is authorizing iMed Vision Care as Kane County's vision insurance plan provider for 2026. Our next resolution is authorizing approval of the ortho oblique imagery in the amount of $746,550 over a 6-year period. For the year of 2026, that amount will be $124,425. Our next resolution is authorizing fund and purchase of a rapid DNA instrument database capability for the Kane County Forensic Lab and related budget adjustment. Our next resolution is authorizing the receipt of a child protection data courts grant in the amount of $4,150.
Our next resolution is accepting the ComEd Power Safe Communities Program grant in the amount of $10,000. And our next resolution is authorizing a memorandum of understanding between Kane County and the Conservation Foundation for the new trees for the new homeowners NICOR Charitable Giving Grant. And our final resolution is authorizing the execution of a collective bargaining agreement for Kane County Division of Transportation. I need a motion and a second.
Is there a second on this?
Sanchez will second.
Thank you, Mr. Sanchez. Any questions?
Do we have I'll move it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second on that.
Motion and a second.
Gums and Sanchez.
Yes,
Okay.
very good.
Any discussion on this?
Just one bit of clarification.
Mhm.
Item number T,
Mhm.
tax levy for Boyer Road. Did you say $7,000? I thought it was.
$61,522. I thought it was. I might.
Let's take a look back. I think
No.
it's at 700.
No, yeah. And Boyer Road is $700.
Oh, $700.
And Crane Road is 61,522.
Okay, so I had those in the wrong spots. So $700 for the tax levy for Boyer Road Special Services Area. And then the tax levy for the Crane Road Estates is $61,522.
Thank you, thank you. Hold on, Mr. Gripe. Let me make sure that everybody on the committee, first executive committee has a question. Anybody? No? Mr. Gripe, please.
Did I miss the dollar amount for X, the funding and purchase of the rapid DNA?
200,000.
200, thank you.
Yes.
Madam Chair,
That's
Sturgis.
covered by a grant, correct?
That's correct.
Yes. It's not part of the general fund. Mr. Surges?
Are we moving these all as a group to?
Yes, that's
we
correct.
are.
Okay, so if you disagree with one of them, how do you pull just the one item or make that statement?
Mr. Frank is going to be speaking on that.
And if I could ask, can you guys hear me better now?
No.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Speak up a lot, Cliff.
Or get closer to your microphone.
So
Come in.
there's a number of different ways, if everyone can kind of go along with me on this. Because it's now been moved and seconded, the movement and the second would have to modify, or someone will have to move to amend to take it out. There's a secondary amendment vote that would be needed for this. So I'll defer to the larger board on how we want to do this. That said, if everyone would say their objections before we start going down this road, we don't have to make the amendments. Because my understanding from your all's practice is if one person has a problem, we just take it out and move it off consent and separate it out. So if you do it ahead of time, we won't have any issues. But once it happens, now we have to do an amendment. So just so we're clear on the process.
All right, so the process.
John, I'm
is-
happy to just move it and I can move it off at the board level. That's fine.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, all right, very good. Ms. Molina, your hand is up.
Yes, Madam Chair, I just wanted to say, all of those tax levies will be voted separately, as practice from what I remember, during the county board meeting. So each tax levy will have a separate vote, regardless if it's, so they can't be on the consent agenda. Is that my understanding, Mr. Frank?
Yeah, you would still need them to be separately voted on. The question for all of you is, for sake of simplicity, just have these be off consent. So make an amendment, make these off consent. But yeah, you can move them all right now together, but you won't be able to do it in the general or in the county board.
Okay, very good. Yes, Ms.
Madam
Gums. Yes.
Chair, I would rescind my motion and then I'll correctly restate it if Mr. Sanchez would like to rescind as well.
That's fine.
So Madam Chair, I would move all of these to all of the levies, the tax levies to an off consent. Is that right? That's not right. That's
Yeah,
not what I want to say.
Yeah, so what you want to say is all tax levy resolutions to be off consent, all non-tax levy resolutions to be on consent. And Mr. Sturgis, which one did you want to pull while we're doing this?
D, David.
And
No, I'm
then-
sorry. C, Charlie.
So also have C, Charlie be off consent.
It's a tax.
So yeah, it's already off. It'll already be off. So,
Right.
And that takes care of this.
okay.
So if the second comes in,
So that's what I want to do.
Hold on a second.
To our lovely clerk, did you get that?
So hold on a second. I was trying to find C. All right, so now we have
It's already off
All
consent,
the
so.
tax levies. are
we're going to be off consent,
C
absolutely.
through U will be off consent. Everything else will be on consent. You still need a second for that though.
Still need a second for that.
Sanchez
Because-
was before.
Second on that amendment.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second to move C through U off consent. With no further discussion, we have to take a vote on that.
No,
we
that's
can do
not
one
what's
vote.
being,
One full motion.
One vote. It's been fixed. So just one single vote.
Need one vote to approve the ones that are not being taken off consent and move the tax levies onto the non-consent
And that
agenda.
was-
One vote for
Who's going to
everything.
take a vote?
One vote, yes.
and that was the motion. You're correct, Mr.
Very
Leonard.
good.
Thank you for
Okay,
clearing that up.
So can you, somehow I'm listening and I miss the clarity. So we are taking a vote on items A through AB, correct?
No.
No. That's the.
What we're doing is,
Yes, we
Yes.
are.
That is correct.
We are
Vote on
taking a
all.
vote through.
With the amendment that we are taking C through U is going to be moved off consent at the county board meeting.
Correct.
Right? I was listening. Right,
Oh,
one vote.
okay, thank you. Allen,
Aye.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Comes, yes.
Juby.
Aye.
Caius,
Yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis, Linder,
Yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
No, because I'm unclear. So
No, because of what, sir? Couldn't hear you.
I'm really not clear on what the vote is for. So
We're just moving it all to the full board. And items number C, the item that you flagged, all to you, which is a tax levy for the Crane Road, will be all moved off consent at the full board.
I am showing item C as the tax levy for general fund.
That's accurate,
That's going off consent.
off consent. So
Perfect,
it'll be able to
perfect.
be debated at the full board.
Then Surges is yes. Thank
Very
you.
good, thank you. Okay,
Tepe,
Tippy, yes.
Roth.
Roth, yes.
all righty. Mr. Leonard, you are completed?
I am completed. Thank you very much.
Very good. Lots of hard work went into all of that. Amazing amount of hard work. Both you and Mr. Tepe and the Finance Committee are to be well commended. Mr. Surges,
Good morning, Madam Chair. We have two items today. First one is a resolution revising the personnel handbook section regarding extended illness leave. I
Comes will
will
move.
mo-
Comes will move.
Lewis will second. Thank you. Any comments on this? None. Clerk, call the roll.
Allen,
Aye.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Comes, yes.
Juby,
Should be aye.
Caius,
Yes, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder, Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Tepe,
Tippy, yes.
Roth.
Roth, yes.
Okay. Your next item, sir?
Our second item B is an ordinance amending section 2.48 of the Kane County Code to provide for management of department heads by committees. I will move this and ask for a second.
Comes will second.
Thank you, Ms. Gums. And is there any discussion on this?
For discussion on this, Madam Chair, I'd just like to say that if you can hear me okay, and I do apologize. Every now and again, our committee gets thrown a couple of zingers that seem so easy at first blush. And then as we peel the onion and get into them, they just get deeper and deeper and deeper. This was an attempt to simply say that clean up our department heads' reporting structure. If somebody was to have a problem with the department head, where do they go? If the department head was looking for guidance, where do they go? If they were doing a job review, where do they go? Who does the department head answer to? And I think the fundamentals came down to, are they going to the county chair or are they going to the committees and the committee chair? And this was an attempt to, and again, I'm not advocating either way, but in this particular blush, this is saying they do, according to our ordinances and trying to clean this up, they do answer to the committees and the committee chair. And this was moving this forward.
Okay, thank you for the explanation. Yes.
Yeah, so I have one little word choice that I kind of want to debate. So on the very last paragraph of the whole ordinance, it says each standing committee shall supervise, evaluate, and direct the performance of the county department heads coming under their jurisdiction. I've had multiple discussions back and forth with other board members and whether the word should be direct or oversee. Direct sort of means that we are going to have day-to-day direction, that we're going to be telling those department heads, this is what we want, this is what we want. Oversee to me means more like you guys are the experts and we're going to give you guidance and maybe make the final decision, but yet we're respecting your decisions on this, or your expertise, I should say. So just a little curious because I've talked to several members in private about it and I would just kind of want to throw it out. Ms. Juby. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought this was my committee. I'm sorry, madam.
Mr. Frank, did you have a comment on that
Yeah,
before we
so
begin?
just so we're clear on kind of the way this language would be read.
Yes.
So I generally agree with you that direct does cause more of a day-to-day kind of oversight. Whereas overseeing would be a little bit more of a passive process. What I've seen over the last 2.5 years is efforts by committees and committee chairs to give kind of tea leaf guidance on what we want. If you use the word direct, you will be able to tell them what to do. If you do oversight, you are not actually changing the current structure. You are leaving it exactly where it is, where you do not have the authority to tell them what to do. Only the entire board does. Oversight is a after the fact review of efforts. You will not be able to tell, just for sake of argument, an executive director, the finance committee could not tell the finance director to go do something. The chair of the finance committee could not tell the finance director to go do something under oversight.
Okay.
Direct, absolutely. So I just want to make sure everyone understands the distinction here. It's one word change, but it is very impactful for what will happen going forward.
If Ms. Gums, please.
Yes,
And then Ms. Juby. I'm sorry.
Oh,
My-
sorry.
My apologies. Ms. Juby, you indeed were first, so please go ahead.
I was going to comment that if you remove the word direct, you dilute I was just going to say what John said, and as a policy person, I will not vote for the removal of the word direct.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to respond to the explanation, and I believe personally that direct is a very significant word, and I would not support removing it either.
Perfect. I just wanted to bring it up because it is important.
Yes,
So-
Mr. Sanchez.
Yeah, just kind of wanted to express some concerns I have with this. We get a new cast of characters every 2 years. Some people stay the same, some people change, a lot of different levels of experience, knowledge, and understanding. The idea of a committee directly instructing a department head what to do makes me a little nervous. How does that committee, do they have the evaluational tools to know if that person is doing a good job or what really needs to be done? I like the idea of the full board having to make those decisions. But makes me a little nervous when it goes down to the committee level. Unless it's charged by the county board to do so. I think if we had a county manager, this wouldn't even be a conversation. That would be the person that everybody reports to and that deals with the county board. So those are my thoughts.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, Sturgis.
Hold on, Mr. Sturgis. Yes, sir. Mr. Linder.
Thank you. Linder speaking. I disagree with Mr. Sanchez. We have not charged our committees with much. We have department heads feeding into the agenda, committee chair looks at it, oh, okay, and we do a meeting and it just goes on. We need to strengthen committees to make committees do their work. Now, directing doesn't mean put a wrench in your right hand and turn it counterclockwise. Directing means we need to get this done tomorrow, and a good committee chair will say, do you have the resources to do that? Is there something we need to help you to do that? We're not going to tell somebody the precise methodology, or we shouldn't be, but we don't have a structure right now for department chairs really being accountable for anything. And so we have to try this. Eventually, I think we're going to get into an evaluation tool for those department chairs. And, we may flex this a bit, but I think direct is a good word for right now.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Ms. Gums again?
Thank you. I just wanted to follow up to Mr. Sanchez. I think I hear you. I don't, however, agree that that's how we're structured currently. So we are a bottom-up committee structure, and unfortunately, we haven't really participated in that to the level I think we should be. And I think this gives the committees the teeth to do so, which is how it should have been played all along. Now, to the point of a administrator, that's a whole nother conversation in and of itself. We don't have the money for it, and I don't like it, but that's just separate from what we have been given to us today. So bottom up is how it's supposed to work. I think this gives the teeth to that, and I fully support it, but I hear you.
Madam
Any
Chair,
other
Sturgis.
discussion? Yes, Mr. Caius.
Excuse me, Madam Chair. So what by directing, this is the entire committee of 7 people that's on the committee. So it's not just like the chair of that committee that's directing them. So we at least have a group of people that's deciding the importance of directing, or what because I'm on with Mr. Sanchez on if it's one person that does it, then I can just see the nightmare involved in that, but okay.
Madam
All right,
Madam
thanks for
Chair
the clarification.
Sturgis, if I could respond.
Okay, hold on, Mr. Sturgis. Yes, please go ahead. Please go ahead, sir.
Okay, and hey, guys, we're just asking for a little latitude on this. I think this is a long overdue thing. Is it perfect? Nope. Will we need to tweak it? Absolutely. Jarrett, I hear you 100%, Chris as well, but the word direct is so important. We have the ability 6 months from now to say, golly, this just isn't working the way we thought it would. Let's, institute something else, or let's tweak this a little bit further. But in my discussions with Anita yesterday, I was pointing out examples where Jamie will challenge me all the time and say, hey, what do you want us to do with this? Meaning, what directive are you giving me that I will bring back to the committee and say, hey, she needs to know whether we should shop for all of this insurance, or, proceed with this FMLA adjustment, and as a committee, what are we telling her we want to do? Comes back, we give her direction, and she moves forward. That's pretty simplistic on my part, but I think that's to the point where we're at right now, is we are looking for that simplicity. Oversimplistic, possibly, but we can tweak and adjust that and put the guardrails and safeties in as we need to. But I would like to move this forward in its entirety, and we can continue to monitor it, and and then we'll put a 6-month clock on it and take a look from there. Thank you.
Ms. Bates.
I would say that the wording here is something I want to support. I think direct is pretty simple, and that we are the policy makers of the county. We have to be directing what the department heads are doing, or there can be no governance. So I think this is fine wording. Let's stick with it.
Yes, and then I do have a question.
Yeah. Okay, and I just wanted to give a little clarification to Chris and Jared. The way this whole thing started was we were tasked with looking at a way to evaluate our directors, not our elected, but our directors. So we started out with evaluation form, and then we went from there and talked about who should do the evaluation. And we decided that the committees should do those evaluations. And Jamie has prepared, we've got an actual form of how that's going to look, how it's going to participate. Jamie's going to do some training in January on how to do evaluations, how to do SMART goals, and how to have these back and forth. So that the whole idea behind it is so that we as a committee can help our executive directors, so we have a better understanding of everything they do. I mean, we know, like Jamie, for example, we know she has to do all this insurance stuff, but we don't really understand all the day-to-day phone calls she has to take. So it's a chance for them to tell us how busy they really are, and us to tell them what our priorities are, and then come together and make good decisions. It also, as directing or overseeing, gives us an example when we do have an employee that may be going off the rails of what we expect. We're going to catch that sooner. So that's how it all kind of evolved. But in order to do that, we kind of have to have the ordinance of what the structure is going to be. If that makes a little more clarity.
Thank you, Madam Chair. It gives me a little more background. I'll have to go to the meetings where this was discussed.
Yeah, it's
And
all
I see, what's that?
It's all Cliff's Human Services Department.
Right.
Yeah.
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 And it's an ordinance, so this is moving forward to have its first reading, so it couldn't even be voted on until December. So I'm fine with moving it up for that purpose, but I guess what I would like to see is some of these details, because when we talk about evaluation, I just think my next question, just playing devil's advocate, is, well, how are the committee members qualified to make that evaluation? What tools do they actually have? Let's imagine all of us quit today and we have 24 new people to step in. How do they know what to do? We don't have the strongest training regimen here. We don't have a lot of, cut to the point information, like even how to read the budget. We don't even have a guide for that, for instance. So when it comes to evaluation, I just get a little nervous for our department heads and executives, that they might have 7 people who aren't quite certain on what they should be evaluating, filling out a form that has some, standard questions in it.
Well,
So
Jane-
that's what I would like to see going forward before December.
Jared,
is
we'll get
what is
there and
this
you're welcome to come.
really
join
going to
us.
look
Oh,
like?
hold on, Mr. Sturgis.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, please.
All right. If I may address Mr. Sturgis's concerns as someone who has an extensive policy background, policies protect the people that we employ. It protects our executive directors so that they actually have a standard that they know this is going to happen. This is who's going to be doing it. This is what my expectation is. And then your guidelines of how to do that would have your standardized evaluation forms that you would follow. As for if something happens to the entire 7-member committee, the executive director is protected because they report to that 7-member committee. So if there is a brand new 7 members, which I don't know has ever been done in the history of anything, where it's been 7 brand new people in this actually provides a guide so everybody can work their way through. And because the executive directors come and they report to the individual committees, if you are not physically present when they are having those conversations, you don't hear the discussion, you don't see the nuance, you can't read the body language, you are not really in the same position as the 7 people who actually are in the room who hear the reporting. So to me, from a policy standpoint, this is not only the most efficient, but it's the most consistent, and it should give everybody the chance to have a deep sigh of relief, because now we're trying to codify something that we've never tried to codify before. And so I understand your hesitations. They all should be addressed, but they're generally addressed not through the policy, but through the guidelines that help us work with the policy. So I don't think we should put a sunset on it. I think we should do what we always do. We go and see how it works. And if it doesn't work, we put forward an amendment. But I hope that that you'll see the good in it and how it actually stabilizes this process instead of makes it for the worst case scenario where no one would have any institutional knowledge at all.
Yeah, and I understand the intent overall. I'm just looking for ways to break it, and that's the first thing that comes up is that's just how we actually make evaluations is very important, because that's somebody's job.
Yeah, if you review the last
we've got-
month's
we've got-
services.
Let's go on.
We've got lots of conversation about this, ton of conversation. Mr. Leonard.
Madam Chair, I'd like to call the vote on this.
Thank you. Thank you. Motion has been made or request to call the vote. I approve. Let's call the vote. And this is,
We
we
don't
are.
have a second, so
We have to have a second.
I'm not gonna second it. I
It's
just,
also not a matter of approval, it's a vote.
It's a vote. It's a vote
So-
as approved. So this is with the word
A
direct.
motion to call a
As
motion to call the question needs a second,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a priority
Sir,
motion,
just
so there is
seconds.
no
Let's take a
debate.
motion.
Let's just take the
There's a
vote.
second by
And
Ms.
it's Mr. Caius's favorite thing to say, it's a 2/3 majority.
2/3 majority. All right, so let's go forward on this. And then I have one question after.
Point
the
of,
vote
point of
is
clarity,
taken.
please. We
Yes,
are
ma'am.
actually voting on calling the vote. We are not voting on the ordinance.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
First
Yes.
reading.
First-
No, we're
not
voting
yet,
on
not
calling
just.
the vote,
We're
not on the
calling-
ordinance.
Okay, point of order. I
Gotcha.
believe you only have to vote on that if there's an objection to calling the vote. Calling the question. We don't. we
Let's
don't-
just-
Guys, come on.
All
There's no
right,
objection, we could just vote.
Done with it by now. Everybody.
All right, everybody, calm down, calm down. This is obviously a very testing thing that people are getting upset about or concerned about. We're going to take a vote on taking the vote.
Correct.
Who seconded?
And Ms. Gums, Bates.
Bates did.
Baker.
Ellen?
Calling the vote.
Just
Yep.
calling the vote.
Aye. Alan, aye.
Bates?
Bates, yes.
Gums?
Comes, yes.
Juby?
Should be aye.
Caius?
Caius, yes.
Leonard?
Leonard, yes.
Lewis?
Lewis, yes.
Linder?
Yes.
Molina?
Molina, yes.
Sanchez?
Sanchez, no.
Strathman?
Strathman, yes.
Surges?
Yes.
Pepe?
Tempe, yes.
Roth?
Roth, yes.
Okay, that does pass with one no. Could you please call the vote? And the word remains direct.
Allen?
Alan, aye.
Bates?
Bates, yes.
Gums?
Comes, yes.
Juby?
Should be aye.
Caius?
Caius, yes.
Leonard?
Leonard, yes.
Lewis?
Lewis, yes.
Linder?
Yes.
Molina?
Molina, yes.
Sanchez?
Sanchez, yes.
Strathman?
Yes.
Surges?
Yes.
Pepe?
Tempe, yes.
Roth?
I'll say directly, yes.
I love you
Pass.
guys.
Okay, my one request, and I will leave this to Mr. Frank and then to this committee, is you'll be speaking, my understanding is that you'll be speaking as one. So very much like the board speaks as one, once the vote is taken, this will also be taken as one. The day-to-day operations that occur, we've had Mr. Surges just say that oftentimes Ms. Labrillo speaks with them and says, what would you like me to do? I have ABC to take care of. Please provide me direction. That direction then would come through the full committee rather than just the chair of that committee. So I'm not understanding on how that process is going to proceed, since you are speaking, the committee is directing, and the chair of that committee can advise, but cannot direct, because it is the committee that directs. So that's my question. We've got two comments on that, but I'll let Mr. Frank speak first,
So that,
please.
that is correct. So what if this ultimately passes the county board, if you go to Exhibit A, and Blair, it's on 534, please. Each standing committee, so not the chair of the standing committee, but each standing committee shall evaluate, supervise, evaluate, and direct. The only way for you to speak is by resolution by that committee. So it's going to be different, but we are going to create a policy. If you go back to 533, you'll see the second therefore is that human resources in consultation with the state's attorney's office will create a policy. So we will do that. I'm not terribly worried about the logistics of this, but I think it is important to be very clear on this. The chairmans of the standing committees have no authority whatsoever to direct executive directors. It is, or if it passes, it will be now no longer the county board directly, although they will still retain that right. It will also be the standing committee over that has jurisdiction, and that sometimes might mean multiple standing committees have jurisdiction.
Correct. Correct. So it's going to be a little bit more complicated for the committees, and that I want to say intimate conversation that happens between the director of the committee as well as the director of the department are going to be, have to be much broader for the representative of the board. So there would have to be much more engagement from that committee to give consent for whoever is going to be speaking for the chair of that committee to approve this. So, yes, sir.
Madam Chair, you began this discussion before all the explanations by saying the committee acts as one, just as the board acts as one. And therefore, the committee chair can't answer a direct question. Well, you answer direct questions all day long.
Sometimes.
But you do. And sometimes you're going to say, I'd have to take that back to the board. As that chair would say, I'd have to take that back to the committee. But there are going to be times when the chair knows what the sense of the committee is and can say, no, we talked about that. This is what we want done. And
well,
I don't want us telling department, and I respect our department directors, don't get me wrong, but I don't want us telling department directors, well, there's really no authority here at all because the committee doesn't meet for another month and you can do whatever the hell you want. That doesn't make sense. So that committee chair should be able to say, I know what the committee has said. If we have some question about that, we'll have to take it back to the committee. But we should have that kind of latitude. We have not, again, I'm going to say, we've not empowered our committee structure effectively. And we need to start doing that. We need to start getting committee members to the point that they meet once a month, but they talk to each other during the month because when they get to the meeting, they need to know what the hell they have to deal with. But, the idea that the chair just can't say anything is ridiculous.
That was, philosophically, I totally agree with you, with no question. You're absolutely right. There is going to be conversation back and forth, has to be. But I want to make sure that the committee is aware as the chairs that you have to make sure that you are truly representing the
Yeah, so when a new question
you are
comes up,
truly representing the 7 committee members and not assuming that you have that
a new question comes up, we never talked about that or anything like that. We need to go back to the committee right away.
Ms. Juby, you had a comment.
I did, kind of along the lines of the fact that if you have robust conversations in your committees, which we do in the committees that I'm in, and everyone else does too, I'm just only speaking for the ones that I'm physically in the room for. It's not often when 7 members walk out and go, wow, I have no idea what direction we think we should go. By the time we've had those conversations, we pretty much know. We empower our chairs with the ability to say exactly what Mr. Linder said. Wow, you know what? I don't know. We've never talked about that. That's going to have to come before our committee. And if it's urgent, we do a special meeting. It's very specific in the code what our jobs are. And we ignore our jobs every time we come to our meetings because we do not do what our jobs tell us to do. And this is just steadying us in the right direction where we're all getting goosed to do what we're supposed to do, which is going to help the other people that we oversee. Because if they don't know who to talk to. They don't know who to ask. They don't know who to listen to. They hear something from this person, they hear something from that person. And the only people they should be hearing from are the people that they report to. And this just makes it so they know how to do that. And yes, I did just say we're not doing our jobs. And I apologize if anyone's offended, but I'm in that 24 who's also not doing my job. So we should all move forward and try extra hard and put in the extra work. Thank you.
Ms. Gumbs?
Thank you. I just want to speak to it. We're taking too much time on this, but I kind of want to round it out. I believe that our committee chairs and the people on our individual committees are doing great work. And I don't I don't see issues so far that are not there. Like every committee knows what's expected or how do I say this? In my opinion, the chairs of the committees are correctly communicating with their committees right now. I believe that if something special comes up, I have no doubt that Mr. Leonard or Ms. Bates or anybody would come to the committee and say, we've got a problem that needs to be addressed. I know that's working already. This is just kind of furthering those responsibilities, and codifying it is a great word, but I don't see there's not a problem where there's not a problem. Let's not create one.
All right. Okay, very good. So that was a most interesting conversation, and we'll bring it forward. Mr. Frank, so you are going to bring this will be brought forward to the full board on November 10th for its first reading, correct?
Yeah, I believe that's correct, is the next flow in the process.
Okay, and then you'll say once this gets passed, then you'll present the policy, so the operational policy and how it works.
Yeah, I think I'll talk with Ms. Labrillo and we'll probably start in on the process. Kind of getting the tea leaves from the board on whether this will be well received by the larger board. Given the vote, I think we can kind of at least start moving the ball.
I think so. I think so too.
The only other quick thing I'll just add, just to kind of also round out the conversation that was just had, just because the standing committee is the one who directs, doesn't mean the chair can't give some guidance on what that kind of general direction is. But the thing that matters here is that the executive director is the person who's going to have to make the decision of whether or not the person telling them what to do represents the actual standing committee or not. That's currently what's being asked of them now. This will be a much more reduced kind of version of this, whereas, you know, if you have a chair telling you what the larger board's telling you to do, that's a much tougher ask. You know, we talk about consensus, right? And reading the tea leaves. This will be just reading of the 7 instead of
Point of
reading of the
order.
24.
Point of order. Yes, sir.
We voted to take the vote that technically in Robert's rules is called a vote to end debate. So we're still talking about something we voted to stop talking about.
It's a very interesting topic. Very interesting topics. All right.
Got an answer for you if you want. So we took the vote and this is a new topic of discussion. So just FYI.
Are we done voting on this? Are we moving
Your
on?
turn, Mike.
Okay.
So with that, I think it's time to go to JPS.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay. So Ms. Molina, do you want to introduce item A?
Thank you, Madam Chair, and fellow board members. The Judicial and Public Safety Committee met on September 11th, and we have 2 items that we are requesting placed on the consent agenda for the next county board meeting scheduled for November 10th. The first Resolution A is authorizing a contract with IC Solutions for the King County Adult Justice Center telephone video visitation system. And the second resolution is authorizing a grant agreement with the Illinois Enforcement Training and Standards Board for the award of the Officer Recruitment and Retention Grant, and I move both.
There a second?
Gums will second.
Thank you. Any discussion on these items? Seeing none, clerk call the roll.
Allen,
Ellen, I.
Bates, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Juby,
Shuby, I.
Caius,
Yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Linder, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Strathman,
Yes.
Surges,
Yes.
Pepe,
Pepe, yes.
Roth.
Roth, yes.
Okay, very good. All right, Ms. Combs, legislative.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Gums. The Legislative Committee met on October 22nd, and we do have one resolution. Resolution in support of immigrant rights, human dignity, and fair reform in King County, Illinois. Would move and ask for a second.
Linder seconds.
Strathman will second. Oh, you
Ms.
moved.
Linder,
Okay.
Mr. Wright.
I'll be a third.
Okay, is there any discussion on this item? I'm on volume 2 here.
I-
Here we go.
Did you have a question?
I believe I had a comment on it, but I don't want to have a comment without it in front of me. And it's on page 978 and I'm scrolling through 1,300 pages. So you
I
have to
got
give me a
you.
minute.
So I have a comment while she's looking.
Yes, ma'am.
Comes here. You know, I do listen, believe it or not, and I know there was some opposition to this. I noted that there was a request for examples. I'll be glad to do that, but for my position in my district, that would have been theatrics if I just showed a video of some horrible human being treated like crap. That would have been theatrics. Okay. I also do speak for my constituents, and this is a public safety issue. So I heard that as well. Consider yourself blessed if you don't have to see these things happening in front of your face. In my district, they are in front of my eyes. So I don't need the videos. What this resolution is doing, and I hear this as well, is to ask for us to continue to do what we've been doing. Also, asking local, state, and federal government to actually do something. So to your point of theatrics, since 1996, we have not had immigration reform. Do we continue to sit back and watch the theatrics of them talking about doing something? Or do we at the local level say, we would love you to do something and here's a resolution asking you to do so? It's just baffling to me that I have an entire community that is literally living in fear, hiding. US citizen, not US citizen, they're in hiding. And how does that affect us? It does affect Kane County. It affects our businesses that aren't being visited. It affects our families. It affects our economy. It affects everything. But most importantly to me, I grew up in Aurora. I watched the lovely diversity take place. And we are blessed in Aurora to have it. I don't want it to go away. And driving through my community is disgusting right now because everybody's hiding. And Kane County can reaffirm that we're asking people to fix things. And we're going to continue to do what we need to do.
Passionate presentation, Ms. Juby.
I wanted to also reflect on this as I did hear people say we need to stay local and affect the things that we can. And under the now therefore be it resolved, which is actually the meat of the whole resolution, it says that the Kane County Board reaffirms its commitment to upholding the rights, dignity, and safety of all residents. We are charged with doing that. That is our job. It also says that all county departments and offices, which we oversee, shall continue to provide services in a fair, equitable, and culturally responsive manner to all residents. I don't understand why that would be a point of contention for anyone, because everyone would expect to be treated in a fair and equitable way by a county office. We're asking the state of Illinois and the federal government to do something because we recognize that as Kane County board members, we do not have the purview to do that. So we are asking them, we have 4 asks, and that we're also asking that we send this forward. So while I understand it looks like it's symbolic only, we're doing everything that we are allowed to do in our capacity. We're reaffirming rights that are established in the state constitution and the federal constitution. And we are asking people who have control over immigration that we want them to start having those conversations, and we lay it out. So for me, this is an easy thing to approve because it is something that we all agreed to do. And we don't have teeth, so we're giving teeth to the people that do.
All right, any other comments on this? Yes, Ms.
Surges.
Bates.
I
Mr. Surges, in a minute, please. Ms. Bates.
I would like to express my support for this. And I'd like to say that it is not just symbolic when we state our values and reaffirm them and ask others to do the same.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Surges.
I guess my confusion on this is this looks awfully much like a proclamation to me. Rather than, now whereas we would like you to do something. It seems like, this is, hey, this is sort of what we'd like you to do. And because there's no specifics drilled into it. And what's the difference between this and a proclamation, which, quite honestly, just a meeting or two ago, I made a comment that I'm really, these proclamations are really growing, stale with me, because they seemingly feel more and more political. And Michelle, I would stand behind you and help your community in any way humanly possible. In this particular case, I'm just,
Well,
I'm not comfortable. Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to have clarification from Mr. Frank.
I need to respond.
Well, no, I'd like to hear what the difference is between this and a proclamation. If there's no teeth in this, what's the deal?
Can you respond to that
I
question?
absolutely need to.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
thank you. So, Mr. Sturgis, I appreciate you. I, however, will draw your attention to the fact that what this is saying is not proclaiming that we are doing anything. We're not proclaiming to do anything. We are resolved to ask for our elected officials higher up to actually do something. So to your point, I think you can support this because it is an ask. It's not a proclamation. I'm not proclaiming today, Wednesday or Tuesday, where I don't even know what day it is, but I am asking a human being to do something, right? So we're asking a group in this resolution, Kane County has resolved to ask them to act. So I think that answers your question, hopefully.
Might I respond? Is there dialogue or not?
The last response, please, on this.
Okay, yeah, but Michelle, my biggest concern with this is, and again, I'm not trying to make this political, but I reached out 6-8 months ago to Jack Cunningham's office saying, I'd really like to get some clarity on how here in Illinois, specifically Kane County, are we evaluating if a person is a U.S. citizen or not for voting purposes. And to this day, it is now November. I am coming up on within 2 weeks here because I did it right after Thanksgiving. I'm coming up on a full year, and every roadblock in the world has been thrown to me. And the answer, even coming from the federal level, is we don't do that in Illinois. And so when I look at something like this, I don't even know how to enforce the notion that, how would I go to another, a governing body that's larger than us and say, hey, what are you using as your litmus test to say if this person's a citizen or not, when you can't even answer the most simple, direct question for me? And that's why I say, if we're moving this forward, there's got to be a little cooperation to say, what list are you using? Who are you going after? What's going on here? This should be transparent. There shouldn't be any fear here. And we are creating that fear ourselves. And I am frustrated with this beyond belief. So.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Yes, Ms. Strathman.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Strathman speaking. In all due respect, Cliff, I think that is a separate issue from what we are dealing with today. I would like to say in my district, half a block from my house yesterday, there was an incident. I saw it. I have had an encounter myself. So because we don't see it doesn't mean it is not happening. And some of us are in districts where it's happening more than in other districts. And I think the voter registration, the voter verification is a separate issue from acknowledging rights of people to be safe in the community that they live in and work in and pay taxes in.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, Mr. Yes, sir.
Yeah, just kind of comment and question. I see this more as a resolution about temperance. We're encouraging, or we're going to request of higher levels of government to kind of temper how the approach to immigration is carried out. I know we've all seen videos and sometimes we don't know what to believe. But you know, I've seen ones where a car is doing a U-turn in the middle of the street, hits somebody else's car and then gets out and arrests that person. Just yesterday, I think this has already been taken down from Facebook, but we had ICE agents in Carpentersville and one of them was urinating behind a dumpster in broad daylight. You know, it's just kind of, there's a lot of weird activity going around these ICE agents. Not everything they're doing is what, you know, people are responding to. Under Obama, obviously, this has been talked about a lot. A lot of people were deported, but their tactics were different. It wasn't so strong-handed, so heavy-handed as what we're seeing now. So what I see here is we're just trying to send a message upwards to say, hey, can you guys at least create a situation where we can feel a little better about how this is going about, have a little more transparency. My question is, and maybe this is for Ms. Gums to answer, what is it that's going to be sent to legislators at the state and most especially the federal level? Is it going to be a statement? There's nothing attached to this that I saw. So what is that?
I believe, just to correct, it says this resolution.
Just this resolution itself?
Does say it, a copy of this.
The
Okay.
resolution itself, which will be signed by myself and Mr. Cunningham, and we can certainly include the vote. Vote
Okay.
count.
Gotcha.
I think we've had a discussion on this. We're ready to take one more. That's it.
Thank you.
Second time.
The job of the legislative committee, which I am a member, and Madam Chair Gums is our chairwoman, is to,
You have co-chairs.
oh, not anymore.
Yes, you do.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Lynn, excuse me,
Form committee.
beg your pardon. I got jobs mixed up with legislative, is to send directives to our legislature, hence the name. When we ask about action from the legislature about fiber optics, we are going above our pay grade. When we ask for legislation about transit, we are going above our power structure. When we're talking about rights, we are doing the same thing. It's our job to send that message to the legislature on what we believe we need and want to have done by them.
Thank you. All right, let's take the vote on this, please.
Allen, aye.
Bates,
Yes.
Gums,
Comes, yes.
Juby,
Aye.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, no.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Linder, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez, Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
Surges abstain.
Tepe,
Tepe, yes.
Roth.
Roth, no.
Passes with 2 noes, 1 abstain.
Okay, very good.
Madam Chair. I have one resolution before you this morning for public health, and that is authorizing the acceptance and appreciation of artwork donated to animal control. The history behind this is I have a piece of artwork that was donated to animal control by a person, an artist who adopted animals from the animal control shelter. And in her appreciation, wanted to thank them and inspire other people to adopt. And so she painted an adorable picture, and I apologize, I don't have a picture of it this morning, of a cat and a dog and a fish. And it's just a delightful art piece of artwork, and she has donated it to the Animal Control Center, and I would like to ask everybody to approve it. I would move and ask for a second.
Linder,
Comes-
second.
Linder, second.
Mr. Linder seconds. I have seen a image of that artwork. I think it's absolutely delightful. I would request that you do share that.
I will.
Perhaps the original art, if it's a small piece. If it's not, then what was sent. Oh, there it is, right there.
Oh, there we go.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Isn't it the cutest
And
thing?
the name of the artist is Carolyn Bernard.
That's so cute. It is.
And I just think it's very nice.
It's absolutely delightful.
Thank you, Claire.
So cute. Yes, sir.
Quick question. I love this piece of art personally. I'd love to get a copy of it or something, but I don't know if the health department or the animal control department or any other department wants to accept art. Do they need us to do it?
We have to do it because it does have economic value.
Got it. Thank you. Well,
It is a gift. It is a gift. So, okay, with that, I think we're all fine with that. Is that correct? Call the roll, please.
Allen,
Aye.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Juby,
Should be aye.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis, yes, Linder,
Under, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
Yes.
Tepe,
Tepe, yes.
Roth.
Roth, yes.
Passes.
Very good. All right, Mr. Tepe, you got one or two things.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Frank, may I do all of these? Thank you. I will move all of these resolutions, and when I'm done, we'll ask for a second, okay? First is the resolution of approving adopt a highway applicants, 3 new and 3 renew and 2 new. Second is a resolution authorizing the purchase of gasoline and diesel fuel for the Division of Transportation, Sheriff's Office, Building Management, and other governmental agencies in the amount of $442,000. Third is a resolution approving the purchase of 1 Maxi 500-gallon tote pumper style application striping truck for the Kane County Division of Transportation in the amount of $441,207. Fourth is a resolution approving the purchase of 4 body and equipment packages, including installation thereof on 4 tandem axle truck cab and chassis for the Kane County Division of Transportation in the amount of $668,884. Fifth is an ordinance improving an alteration of speed limit within Elgin Township from 30 miles an hour down to 20 miles an hour in certain areas.
What was that, 20?
Yes. Was it 25?
30 to 25.
25.
25, okay. Resolution approving an agreement for Phase 1 engineering services with Crawford, Murphy, and Tilly of Aurora, Illinois for the French Harmony extension improvements from Illinois Route 72 to Allen Road in the amount of $1,711,364. Next is a resolution approving an agreement with Aldi for Kirk Road at Douglas Road intersection improvement. There's no money associated with this one. Next is a resolution approving a relocation commitment agreement with Commonwealth Edison Company for relocation of facilities for the Randall Road and Hops Road intersection improvement in the amount of $1 million. Next is a resolution approving preliminary just compensation appropriation for the acquisition of real property for Randall Road and Hops Road intersection and CNRR grade separation improvement in the amount of $862,920. And last is a resolution approving the acquisition of real property and an easement for Kirk Road over Union Pacific Railroad Company tracks in Geneva, Illinois, in the amount of $102,500.
Linder will second the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Linder. That's quite a bit. All right. Any discussion on this, on any of these items? I like the fact that the St. Charles Boys Swim Club is going to be taking care of some of our roads. So thank you to the boys. All right, with that, clerk, call the roll.
Allen,
Aye.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Gums, Juby,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Yes.
Linder,
Under, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Tepe,
Tepe, yes.
Roth.
Roth, yes.
All righty. So we are now, thank you. That is the completion of our consent agenda. And now we are Mr. Roth, I believe this is for you to bring forward to us.
Okay. Right. The first one, and we can move both of them at the same time. Are there just two? Yes. The first one is a resolution authorizing participation in the appellate prosecutor program. The second one is ratifying an emergency purchase affidavit for an interim director of Workforce Development Division. I'll make a motion if I can get a second, please.
May I ask a real quick
Yeah, we
clarification?
can't move them. We have to move them separately because they
Okay,
are off
that's fine.
consent.
Let's
Okay,
do
so
the
let's
first
do.
one then.
let's
I'll
do
make a
first.
motion for the first one. I get a second.
Leonard will second.
Thank you.
Mr.
Uh,
Leonard.
Any comments on this? None. Clerk call the roll.
Allen,
Aye.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Comes yes.
Juby,
To be aye.
Caius,
Bias, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Vote yes.
Linder,
Ledger, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Tepe,
Happy, yes.
Roth.
Roth, yes. For B, I already read it, so I'll make a motion if I can get a second.
Sanchez seconds.
Thank you. Any, I can point clarification. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I just have a question. What is the status of the search for a permanent director?
There has, the committee has met and it'll be brought forward to you next week at our full board meeting. We have an outstanding candidate for your consideration that we hope you will approve.
So may I ask a clarifying question? So does that mean that we're appropriating $50,000 for a month's worth of work?
This is actually, Kathleen can come up. This is actually past due money, and she can explain why. And I would like to remind the committee that this is not coming out of general fund money. This is coming out of state money.
Yes, the Workforce Development Department is actually not part of the county budget at all. The existing contract for the interim executive director expired in September. So there was an emergency purchase order that was put through. And then this is ratifying that emergency purchase order and extending the time of this interim director through, I believe it's the end of November.
I think, well, let's see, the new person is going to come on the 16th. So there may be just some advisement opportunities that'll happen between the interim and the seated director. So it may be like a week later, but it definitely before Thanksgiving, that position will be over. One more question and then.
Well, it's just so this is starting, I'm sorry, you said September or October? It was
the existing contract for the interim executive director was supposed to expire at the end of September.
Okay.
And that person is still here. So there was an emergency purchase order put through.
Got it. So for September and October and most of the way through November, someone's earning $50,000.
Yes.
Okay. Do
Yes,
we-
but that, now, hold on a second. That's the allocated amount. That is not necessarily the invoiced amount. So if the money is not expended, if it's not it's allocated, but it may not all be expended.
Is that on track for what we've been paying per month?
This person is, I don't have all the details of the invoices. But I believe that the expectation was that, because this is taking the contract to $100,000, that at least we owe upwards of $90,000 from the beginning of the contract when this person was brought in as interim.
Okay, thank you.
And again, this has been approved by the state. So this is state money, federal to state money allocation. Yes.
And Sanchez here, and keep in mind, MGT is where they're going through. It used to be GovHR, and they take a big cut off the top right away. So that's something to factor in. But Mr. Duguay comes to us with a wealth of experience and expertise, and I hear he's been doing a great job. So I'm happy to support this.
Thank you. He has certainly stabilized. Mr. Duguay has done a stand-up job keeping the the workforce development entity running and taking a challenging, very, very challenging environment and smoothing it out. And has done, he's been very highly effective, highly effective. So we're grateful to have had him. Anything else on this? Yes, I'm
Just a
sorry.
quick question. Who does this person report to?
Oh, he does not report to the board.
So to the state.
No, he reports to the chair of by the state statute, he reports to the chair, my position.
Okay.
All righty. Are you ready to take the vote? Clerk, call the roll.
Allen, aye. Bates,
Bates, yes.
Gums, yes.
Juby,
Should we know?
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Strathman,
Yes.
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Tepe,
Seppi, yes.
Roth.
Yes.
Very good. Thank you. All right. I don't think we have any need for executive session. I'm not aware of any. So my comments, we will have the introduction of the new candidate for your approval for workforce. He don't want to do the reveal, as they say in the news, until next week, but it has been somebody who's had a longstanding relationship serving on the board of the workforce board for a longstanding time, comes highly recommended, outstanding candidate. And when I will let the board committee speak to his qualifications when we meet next week. So you'll have a chance to meet him. His work starts on the 16th, pending your approval. And he's ready to hit the ground running. He's already been in some of the meetings that we've had. We've invited him to attend just so he can get a lay of the land and getting caught up, just as listening to get himself prepared. And he is ready to go. Comes highly experienced in a very rare area, because there's not a lot of people who have this kind of depth of knowledge. So it's pretty unique job. There have been, I'll give you a quick update. I've heard that there are some concerns about the process for selecting somebody from District 2. That is Mr. Berman's district, former Mr. Berman. There are currently 5 people who are interested in this, 4 of which have expressed an interest to be appointed for the position right now. And then all 4 of these people are also up, as you can see, up for the election. So they are all interested in becoming elected. The only one that is, there's one who is not interested in running. And that individual has expressed only an interest in being appointed until next November 30th, when the new board is seated and we begin again. We're just happening to go through all of that right now. I have talked to all of them. The applications were due on the 27th, so I think we're moving at a pretty timely pace. One of the members of that selection, because requirements say that you have to be a Democrat, that means you have to previously have voted as a Democrat. One of the candidates has never voted as a Democrat. Out of 100 has a 14.5 Democratic score. So therefore that individual is eliminated because they have not voted for this. Certainly can run as a Democrat. The public can choose to vote for them as a Democrat, but they cannot take this position because they have no Democratic voting score. But they certainly are welcome to run in the Democrat and or Republican Party, as we all are, because it's our personal choice to do that. So there's no interference with that at all. So our next step, I know that the board has requested, because I have done that previously, of what the position is. We will take a look at a couple of the candidates. I can bring them all in except for that one. We can go through that opportunity and present that to you. because that is going to take a little bit of extra time, it is your recommendation to me by county code. By county code, I have the authority to make advice and consent to candidate. I have past history on that as well, and I can share with you that past history that was done by my predecessor. So I can share that clip with you to show you the process, so you realize that this is part of what we do as the county code. But I will look forward to getting a recommendation. I will choose a small group of you, and we will do that. I'll arrange for that time to happen so that perhaps 3 or no more than 5 of the board members can make that recommendation, have that opportunity to interview all of them if you so choose, and except for the one that has been eliminated, because that person cannot accept this position. Ms. Juby, let me finish and then I will recognize you, please. Because of that, and because I know you all want to have some time to consider this individual, once that individual is recommended, we're going to have a special board meeting. And I discussed with some board members yesterday. I had the opportunity to pick a date. It'll probably be, memory serves, I think around the 17th. It's a Monday.
Monday, the 17th.
Monday, the 17th. We'll work at a convenient time for you. There are several other items that, as we noted, may be put on the board as well. So it just won't be this one meeting. And that way that individual can be sworn in at that time. As you see, we have a very robust agenda already, and I want to make sure that we don't pound everything in at the same time. So that's the update. I hope that allays your concern that there has not been a process, although I've not probably have communicated to you. We have been very working in due diligence to make sure that it's all been taken care of and done. And all of the petitions have just been submitted last Monday of this week. So we're working in a very timely manner. Ms. Juby, you had a comment.
Well, I had a question. As these people have now put their names in as applying for a public body position, will you tell us the 4 people that have made it through that are in the requirements? Obviously not the 5th who can't do it, but there are 4 people whose names I would like to know.
Well, there is Ellen Notke.
She was the one that I asked for the 4 that were eligible.
There are 5 candidates. 4 are eligible for this.
Right, that's what I'm asking.
It's Ms. Berman, Mrs. Berman. There is a Mrs. Notke. No, I'm sorry, not Mrs. Notke. We have Matt. I know their first names. Forgive my last. Oh,
Here you go. Ellen, Martha.
have Mrs. Berman, Martha Davidson, Matthew Dingledine, and Kimberly Young.
May I ask a follow-up question, please? When they submitted their resumes, were they asked then to pass petitions to be put on the primary ballot?
The other 2 did it independently. The 2 who are just new, they saw the posting in the Kane County Connects. They decided to jump on. I called each one of them individually. They didn't quite know what to do. So I asked them if they would like to be appointed for this 1-year term, or if they would like to run for office. They both said that they would get back to me. They both did. And they said, we're interested in running as well. So they have done both, ma'am.
So 2 of the 4 who are eligible were asked to circulate petitions, so
I
they
did
could
not
be on the
ask,
ballot?
I cannot ask them to do that. I told them, I spoke with them. I explained to them that I wanted to know what their intent was. And they went, oh, we really would like to run. And I went, fine, go to the clerk's office, see what the process is, discuss it with your family. And if you'd like to do this, I have no authorization for them to do it at all. Feel free.
Thank you.
So it was their decision. Certainly, I was not asking them to run. Yes, ma'am, or sir.
Roth here. Could we get a comment from the state's attorney regarding the elimination of that one candidate? Is that proper?
The way the language reads is that it's supposed to be someone of the same party. It's not really defined as to how to determine whether somebody is of the same party or a different party. That's usually why the notice must go out immediately to both parties. If a party objects, though, then yeah, there may be an issue there. It's just unclear. That said, if the chairwoman deems someone to be of a different party or deems that person not to be of a similar party, it is still her appointment.
Okay.
It only comes down to an advice and consent of the board after the appointment is made.
Okay, thank you.
That specific individual ran as a Republican on the opposite party against the incumbent last year.
Right. No, I understand. I'm just trying to make sure we're following the letter of the law. That's all.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it was, Ms. Gums, I see you. It was the recommendation of the head of the Democratic Party as well.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just a quick question. I just want to make sure everybody got their, whatever was required of them in by that date, correct? All four of those individuals, they were done by that date. That's all I wanted. to know.
Oh, absolutely.
thank you.
Absolutely.
That's it. That's all I got for you.
Absolutely. And
It's, no,
and it,
To-
just for clarification, I do not accept those. That comes through the admin, Jane
no,
Kalish. board
yeah, I
secretary.
understand. I
So
just,
all
and
goes
for
to her
Ms.
email.
Bates' clarity, it's not who's running in the primary. That's completely separate.
Correct.
This was our request for them to have submitted by the 27th. That was
that's
my
accurate.
question.
That's
Thank you.
accurate. All four did. Matter of fact, all five did. All five did. Yes, Mr. Craig.
Quick question, not on this, but on the workforce position. We'll report to you. Thanks for the clarification. Is funded by the state. Why does the board need to vote on this? We don't have no involvement.
It has usually, I questioned that as well. I wanted to know that as well. It has been apparently the historical precedent that because of this, there is light oversight by the Jobs Committee, but it is very light oversight.
Okay, thank you.
But is it necessary? I think that's a question we can dive into at a later date. All right, that's my update. Oh, we did, yesterday, there was a wonderful, I would like to thank our board members, Ms. Lewis, Mr. Roth, Ms. Bates, and Salen, for joining us at the CMAP meeting. It was actually a party of 800 people. It was lots of wonderful networking, getting a chance to meet other people in economic development, activities that are going on within our region. So it was fascinating. I had a wonderful chance to meet with two of my counter board board chairs from Lake County, as well as McHenry County. Had a wonderful conversation with the chair of McHenry County. We talked about a great deal, including the transportation bill, as I did with the chair of Lake County. So it was a fascinating time, wonderful time. Good food was had, and it was what my takeaway was. It was so nice just hanging out with board members on a train, having just conversation. It was quite an enjoyable group we had, and everyone got home safely.
So we ended up taking the train. I had suggested that, and so all of us took the train down. Beautiful day, so we walked over to the post office, and then even at night walked back. So
Everybody got a chance to meet everybody. All right, so that's all I have to say. Now, legislative had a pretty active couple of days.
Madam Chair, Gums here. I do have an update for you. It might be a little unpleasant. So in veto session, which ended on the 30th of October, as you know, and are all well aware, we held some positions on pieces of legislation collectively. I will tell you, I'm sure Mr. Tepe at the other end of the room is very thrilled to find out that the legislator passed and waiting for signature, I believe, is the property tax freeze for seniors. So low-income seniors, they finally addressed this, and I was thrilled to share it with him in a text, and he immediately called me. So congratulations, and that will help a lot of seniors retain their housing.
And it's up to 75,000, right? Is that correct?
It's tiered, yes, so, we'll give a detail on, I did not invite our team today for reasons, but, it is a tiered, piece of legislation, so it will continue to go up 75 for 26, 77 for 27, 79 for 28. So it will kind of keep up and keep those individuals in their house.
Good.
Additionally, the energy bill passed. I have a little bit of an issue with the energy bill because as we know, we have been trying to retain our local control when it comes to solar fields. And now this is going to make it a little bit harder for us to retain our local control. So that's problematic. Now the icky part. So the transportation bill. As we all know about the transportation bill, we had sent out many letters. The board was in opposition of the governance that was presented so that we could have a voice at the table that was meaningful. We wanted to retain our finances as well. We did send out several letters. Our team, our lobbyist team actively was working throughout the summer. We worked on this position for a year. The 30th of October was the last day of veto session. Up until the 30th, Kane County's position had not changed. We were retaining our position that we wanted to have governance, keep the governance, and keep our money. And here's the icky part, sorry, but I found out in the late hours of October 30th that King County's position had changed, and I did not know about that. So I reached out to our chair and asked our chair if she in fact changed the county's position, and that in fact was the case. That is unacceptable. And Mike Linder and I, as the co-chairs of legislation, had no idea that those conversations were happening. We worked for a year maintaining our position, and in the matter of a conversation, our position was uprooted. I don't appreciate that, and I felt like I had discussed that here today. Which brings us back to who should be reporting to whom. All of that matters. Everyone on the legislative committee was aware of this. We had consensus from the board. We did not change our position, and yet it was changed in the wee hours of the morning. Well, not the wee hours, they voted, but our position was changed, and I personally don't appreciate that from you.
All right, well, thank you. I believe I can make a comment on this. When I had a conversation with our lobbyist team, and this was previous to any vote that was taken or conversation I had separately not with the lobbyist committee or the team. It was clearly indicated that the lobbyist works for the county board. It has also been represented to me by this board that I am not a member of the board. So I spoke as an individual. I did not speak I spoke as the county board chair, which I do have the authority to do. I did not speak on behalf of the board because I cannot speak on behalf of the board because I am not a member of the board, nor does the lobbyist have any relationship with me as my position. That was clearly indicated to me by the lobbyist. So I just want to make that clear. That decision was made with my conversation also with DuPage County as chair. So I spoke with DuPage County, and she and I both agreed that if we had continued fighting for governance, fighting against the governor, fighting against the state legislators, the leader of the legislative committee, it was going to be dead in the water anyway. So what happened is that we had a conversation. I found out that we would not have the RTA money taken away from us. That was guaranteed. That is the case. We are made whole. No money is being taken away from us. There are also going to be opportunities for Kane County to have some pretty dramatic transportation improvements on our highways. There's going to be a great asset to us. This has been something that that has been working with Metro West as well, Metropolitan Mayor's Caucus. I knew about these ideas and I proposed them, and that was said, yes, we can start talking about that as we go forward. So the bill has not yet been signed. So I want to guarantee that because I do not represent the board and the lobbyist does not work for the chair, works for the board, I was speaking on my behalf. So I can, there we go. So I, thank you.
Thank you for your explanation, Madam Chair, if I can. I think what I'm trying to express is the weight of your words.
Oh, they matter.
They matter.
They matter.
And they messed us up. And that matters for the body, right? So
Well,
respectfully, your words matter, just like everybody else's do. And I think that perhaps going forward, if you speak on behalf of the chair, you should make that incredibly clear to whoever you're speaking to, that it comes from you and not the board.
I thought that was clear. Obviously, it wasn't clear enough. Yes, yes.
Thank
sir.
you, Madam Chair. I'm on the legislative committee too, and I sense a significant amount of disappointment in this room on both sides of the aisle. And as much as I might say as a board member, when I'm talking to somebody that this is me talking, I'm still a Kane County board member. My name tag may be in the car, but nobody's going to not perceive of me in the position I'm in. So, but beyond that, even if I want to say something as a public citizen that goes against what this group is been working so hard on for so long, I would probably just, and it's not going to change as you said, I would probably just leave it alone.
Is there anything else?
No, I have nothing else.
The one issue that I want, was brought forward, one of the other pieces of legislation that I find to be really outstanding and remarkable and yet very challenging. And it's challenging for the governor right now, is the right to die bill. And Senator Holmes brought that forward. It is, if you're aware of it, within 6 months, if you have been diagnosed with a terminal illness, and with the advisement of physicians and obviously conversation with your family, perhaps, you can terminate your life. And I know that there's a lot of concerns about this to make sure that people with disabilities are not being taken advantage of. However, having experienced, as Linda has, seeing my own sister die of lung cancer and seeing the pain on her face when she died, I would wish that upon no one. So it is something that is a very sensitive issue. I don't know if the governor, I know he's reviewing it right now, as he is reviewing the transportation bill to make sure that the increase in the toll is going to be directly authorized and it is legal to do, and where the money is going is in the appropriate bank area, the account. So it's something for all of you to consider, and how you all personally feel about this. This is something independently that you have to decide individually. It may be based on your faith, it may be based on your own belief, but I want to applaud her for taking this forward for Illinois' discussion and consideration. And I wish the governor the best in making a very difficult decision to move this forward. So, Ms. Senator Holmes, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, is there any, Ms. Gumbs, are you done?
I'm totally done.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Are there any other committee reports? Yes, sir.
Yes, Caius from the Administration Committee, just some quick facts here. The HVAC roof technology and all major work for the Elgin offices at 2170 Point Boulevard will wrap up this week. The county clerk and health department are coordinating to occupy about 24,000 square feet of the 46,000 square foot building this month. So hopefully we'll get them open, and we should be coordinating a new a opening of some sort in the very near future. The ARPA, on another item, the ARPA funded HVAC work, as you mentioned, continues at the Sheriff's Adult Justice Center, Kitchen Laundry, as we discussed earlier, and Sallyport. Mill Creek SSA public hearing is on their tax levy will be on November 10th at 9:40 a.m. before the county board meeting. So expect that to come up as we are here for the county board meeting. The body recommended raising their SSA levy by about $99,000. And I believe that covers just about everything. The county board by ordinance sets the levy, but it's by the recommendation of the Mill Creek board. So
Okay, very good.
there you have it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am.
At the last Energy and Environmental Committee meeting, which I didn't attend, but did watch on TV, we were presented with a proposal to put a solar panel field on the unused property where the old jail was on Fabian Road. The committee would like to ask for a committee of the whole to be held possibly on December 10th. I picked that out because I don't think anybody wants to do it on December 23rd. We would like to do this in December to not put off these decisions too long. So I picked December 10th. Please let me know if that's a bad date for you. Not December 23rd. We would be presenting the business case and the benefits of holding onto this property, not selling it, and putting solar panels on there. We want to answer all the questions that you have, hopefully answer your concerns or hear your concerns, hear your other, possibilities. So I would just like to ask for consensus, a few nods of heads of this committee that we can move forward with a cow on December 10th or so. And I'm not prepared to answer every question, but I can answer a lot of
Ms.
questions.
Chuby?
I think you know what this question is going to be. Before you have this committee of the whole, would you please reach out to the city of Geneva and ask them if they will be interested in approving a zoning amendment to allow solar on that property?
I have the full endorsement of Mayor Burns.
Well, that happened yesterday.
Yes, it did.
Yesterday, so I think he needs to.
Mr. Burns, I have the floor, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Burns is in full approval of this. Of course, that's not the same thing as, oh, okay, who should text him first?
Oh, no. No.
I'm sorry, I'm recording the date that you did for the committee of the whole.
Okay.
Your apology is
you.
accepted.
Okay,
I
please,
apologize.
please.
But Mr. Burns is in very enthusiastic consensus with this idea. But I know that doesn't mean the council.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Bates. That's where I was going. So he can't approve this because
Right.
it has to be approved by
We've got
by
some.
his council.
So if December 10th is a good date, I would appreciate your consensus. Okay.
My concern is that we're talking about a long use of a property that has had a lot of, just been laying low for a very long period of time.
Mhm.
I would suggest, because we have to have it carefully processed, and admin is in charge of property, the use of property. So perhaps the two of you can talk, the two chairs of the committees can talk to find out how you would like to best address this. Because we're going to have, I know we both have solar advocates, but that's not my intent here. Once you put this potentially on the property, it's going to tie it up for a long period of time, 10 to 30
I
years.
would call a point of information or a point of order. We're not discussing that the details of that today. We're talking about,
Just
I'm
having,
on the Energy Committee, so
Correct.
I understand the concept of what's going on. We're talking about having a committee of the whole.
committee
We're
of the,
trying to decide that. We're not to debating the details of this thing
Okay.
today.
very good.
And
So,
that's why we need the committee of the whole, is so
Committee
we
of
can
the
get all of this information out at once and not spend the rest of our time here in this committee doing it.
well, it was just a suggestion
Thank
that I
you.
want to make sure that the
you.
admin committee is fully aware of
Thank
this as
you.
well.
He is.
They are.
They are.
They are. So,
I haven't picked a time. The administration committee would meet that same day at 10:30. Would noon be a good time?
you bring your,
Would
it's,
1 o'clock be a
YOB.
better time?
Are you providing lunch?
Okay.
Need some incentive.
A what?
At 4 PM.
Not on this. Okay.
so we would have to have it from,
1
let's say
o'clock
from
on
12
December
12
10th.
12 to 2, 12 to 2, because we have a 3 PM meeting.
Okay.
We have to allow staff to be.
12 o'clock, December 10th.
Would that-
Mhm.
Okay, so a 2-hour hard stop, man.
Okay. Okay. Ms. Juby, I want to apologize again. I got nervous. Okay, thank you.
So I will make sure that that is on your calendar.
Okay, thank you.
If you can put forward, I would ask the chair of admin as well as the chair of energy to put together an agenda and to bring forward, and then we can put that agenda together, what you would like to discuss.
Great, thank you.
All right. Anything else? Yes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to thank building maintenance for putting the bench back outside our building. It's much appreciated.
We love the bench.
Yes, we do.
The bench is a very nice thing. Anybody else? No? All right, with that. No.
Make motion to adjourn.
Sir, second,
Sancho
please.
seconds.
All in favor?
Aye.
Have a great day.
Far so good.